contains spoilers, of course. If you see Ghostbusters 2016, see it in 3D. Do not waste your money on 2D. There's a lot of static shots, and also, again, spoilers, there's a lot of stuff that comes flying at you. Especially giant things. Now, I'm also going to be reviewing 2 other movies, so you're going to get 3 for the price of 1. I saw Shallows, about that shark, and wow, the movie should be called Butt Cheeks, because there's a lot of pronounced butt cheek in that movie. I actually found it quite enjoyable. I'm not for swearing, there are some swears, and the acting, where she's cameraing herself, recording herself, is not really good in the middle. It sounds kind of fake, like she's happy. But everything else is pretty good. And I almost didn't want to see that. I wasn't going to really see that movie. And, because I was waiting around, okay. Then I saw Independence Day Resurgence. The reviews for that are pretty much right. I mean, I didn't hate it, but what they were saying about the additional characters having no real good backstory, we didn't know enough about them to really care about them. It was just did I say just? There's no such thing as just. There was so much action going on constantly that okay, so that's the 2 quick reviews out of there. But the big one, of course, is the Ghostbusters. Now, I really like Ghostbusters growing up. I didn't see it in the movie theater when I was little. I saw it on VHS, but I had seen the cartoon, and I really liked it. As I grow up, I'm autistic, so I notice patterns and things, and one of my things is with words. Some words we really don't like, and I'm not for law busting as the association with law, so I would rather call them ghost chasers. And in the movie, they actually have another name, and the news reporter, or the newsroom, or the media calls them something else, and they had another name, but I don't know. I didn't know what that name was. My ears kind of blocked up. So yeah, and there's only one swear word in there. It's a safe movie, you know, like the second one, Ghostbusters 2, the original one. They knew that they had the cartoon. They would try to bring some of the cartoon elements into it. That second one. So this one, I appreciate the safety of that. I'm not for swearing, but this Fiend guy, I've only seen his the Heat movie, and that was okay. I appreciate. I read a review where it says he likes to do different things with the genre, or there's a word for this. He likes to play with the he likes to flip the genre of whatever he's trying to do. To me, I think the Heat was basically a kind of a female version of the 21 Jump Street. But his movies, to me, I've only seen that one. It was kind of a hit and miss movie. So I usually, what I like to do with movie reviews is I don't want to see the reviews. I don't want to be spoiled on anything. But it's been happening since the past couple. I don't know. Maybe since Independence Day. This one I've really started to read the reviews. I got burned out from Star Wars. I call it Star Defense. I'm not for war. I got burned out from the X-Men movie 2016. I got burned out from Superman, Batman v. There's so much burnout that I want to know if these are actually good before I go. And so now I didn't want to get spoiled with Ghostbusters, but I had some reviews for other movies were talking about mentioning this movie, and they were talking about another movie, and okay, spoiled for that. It's all about females, and then well, all the females are leads. The four main, yeah. And then and then I saw the trailer. I didn't want to see the. I was like, okay, forget it. I'll see the trailer, and then I only good. And then I got someone mentioned about the second and third trailer having a cameo mentioning about what it was. Thankfully, I didn't see that. I saw the Slimer family thing. Spoilers on the thumbnail. Some of the plot points, Zool, if you stay at the very end. Oh, the very end of ID4, there's a only it mentions it's a card that says this many people worked on the movie, so there's no end scene on except for that card there. But the Zool one is at the end of this one. But what surprised me, what I really, I'll talk about what I like. I really like. It's not even the order. Well, okay, the one that really comes to mind is they use the logo as the big monster at the end. I love that. Stay Puft comes back. He's a float this time. Kristen Wiig is totally awesome in this movie. I mean, she's smoking hot. She's funny, sexy. I mean, she's totally awesome. McCarthy, the fat girl, is funny. She's funny. She's funny. I like that. And also the blonde girl from SNL. Mad TV is Kristen Wiig's thing, and the other the African American girl is good too. There is some chemistry. There is chemistry. I read reviews. There wasn't no chemistry. There is some. My what else did I like before I say what I didn't like? It's like they tried their best, and the cameos from the old cast were kind of when they appeared, especially Sigourney Weaver's, I think was the best. Oh, and Ernie Hudson's at the end. But when Sigourney Weaver comes on, her acting brings the movie through at that point. When she's in there, and it becomes different. So, you know, if you're a good actor, you can bring a different presence to the whole movie. It will suddenly transform. And these comedy people, I think it was because it's like there's a whole bunch of stuff coming at you, like a whole bunch of stuff here. I mean, not well, yeah. It's like it's like almost like a whole. They thought it out and they said, okay, we're gonna do this and this, and then it was kind of like a homework assignment, and they go, okay, we're doing this and do this. Yeah, some of the jokes were really bad. Some I thought was kind of funny, but I mean, see, I really like. Some of the stuff is this spoil. When it comes to these trailers, that'd be good if they didn't spoil anything practically, really, because it takes so much away from the movie. But if I had to give an osmosis kind of review, and usually when I do an osmosis feeling for a movie, it's usually right from what I'm collaborating with what I see on the online reviews. This movie is horrible and it's bad. That's the osmosis take. But if you look at it in hindsight and you think, okay, you understand what's coming, especially when you realize that this movie is supposed to be for 3D. Same thing with, well, ID4 at the very end anyway. But this movie especially for Ghostbusters, I like pixels. Okay, I'm gonna spoil that a little. It was like I love pixels. It's on my top 10. Pixels is a lot better than this movie. But this movie, for the sheer 3D effect, I think this movie, out of any movie I've ever seen in my whole life, this movie is the one that is for 3D. More than Star Defense, Star Wars, you know. And this movie, if you ever, I've seen a lot of movies. This is like the movie. If you see any movie in your whole life, not even Gravity or Martian or this movie, you have to see in 3D. So do not waste your money on non-3D. I didn't see it in 3D, but even in the 2D, it kind of comes at you. It's really interesting. Okay. What else? Yeah, the Thor guy was funny. He was funny. I like that, but but the cameos were. What's his name was the worst one, I think. The bus. No, the bus was good. But what's his name? Ray's cameo was horrible. Acting, his acting style sometimes like that is like that. Sometimes it's kind of goofy, but I mean they were kind of like, you could see Bill Murray trying. He's there. He is understanding it. But it was kind of like, it's there and there and there, and there and there. Oh man. The girl sitting second here, she had a Ghostbuster shirt. When I went in, I was expecting a lot more people, but it was sporadic. It was like only 70%. I went at the first showing for the Thursday. Okay, it was like sporadic. So I'm guessing maybe only 50% full, but it was all scattered out. So when I went on low, it got full. No. But yeah, the effects are. Oh, I like this with the blonde chicks. Whiplash thing, that was cool. The Iron Woman thing with the blast from the car thing, that was funny. But again, I don't want to say the word bias. Bias is prejudice, but I guess you can say bias. Bias doesn't. I'm gonna use a safer word. I mean, because I'm such a fan of the ghost. I call them ghost chasers, okay? I'm autistic. I was diagnosed a few years ago, so I'm gonna call them ghost chasers because they had that Buster thing. That is what is poisoning. One of the things that poisoned the franchise. These little things, like how what's her name stopped Stay Puft with that little knife. These tiny things, like, will come back and kick you in the butt. Like Lucas. Magic. I don't believe him. Industrial light and magic. He was a god, practically. But then, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. I mean, we don't live in a perfect world. We strive for perfection as Christians. But, we try our best. But, you try to get along with as much people as you can, as much as possible. But when those things do show up, and they will show up along the line or whatever, we're all different people, but there's a cost for it all, and these reviews and seeing all this, so I enjoy it. It's from my childhood, but even as a video produced creator myself, some of my past works I don't agree with particular things and I want to change it, but I do different things and renew myself and understand it and try to educate people about, okay, I don't believe in this stuff anymore. It's an archived item of mine, but I've changed, stuff. You get what I'm saying. So anyway, I can only do 15 minutes on YouTube, so this is at 13 minutes. That's it for now. A really honest autistic review. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Alright, bye.